Let me ask you something. Have you ever set a goal that made perfect sense, but somehow never lasted? You planned it carefully. You watched videos. You made notes. You told yourself, this time will be different. Maybe it was waking up earlier, getting in shape, studying consistently, saving money, finally changing your life. And for a few days, maybe even a few weeks, you were on track. Then something happened. You missed a day. You felt tired. Life got busy. Your motivation faded. And slowly, quietly, you went back to who you were before. Not because you're lazy, not because you don't want it badly enough, but because most people prepare their goals and forget to prepare their identity. Let me explain. Most of us approach change like this. We say, I want to wake up at 5 a.m. So we buy a new alarm, download a new app, plan the perfect routine. But deep down, we still see ourselves as someone who hates mornings. We say, I want to get fit. So we sign up for the gym, buy new shoes, follow a workout plan. But inside, we still believe, I'm just not a fitness person. And every time life pushes back, your identity wins. Because goals are what you want. Identity is who you believe you are. And when those two don't match, identity always wins. I learned this the hard way. For years, I told myself I wanted to be disciplined, focused, consistent. I planned everything. Daily schedules, weekly goals, monthly resets. But my behavior didn't change. Why? Because deep down, I still saw myself as someone who tries, not someone who does. Someone who starts strong and fades quietly. So every time I missed a day, my brain didn't say, that's okay, keep going. It's Moven. It said, see, this is who you are. And that sentence is powerful. Here's something most people don't realize. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your identity. If you see yourself as someone who procrastinates, then procrastination feels natural. If you see yourself as someone who always gives up, then giving up feels familiar. And familiarity is comfortable, even when it hurts. That's why change feels so hard. Not because the habit is difficult, but because it threatens who you think you are. Think about it. When someone who doesn't see themselves as a runner goes for a run, it feels awkward, unnatural, temporary. But when someone who is a runner skips a run, they don't spiral. They just think, I'll run tomorrow. Same action, different identity. Most people try to force discipline without changing the story they tell themselves. They say, I need more motivation. But motivation isn't the problem. The problem is you're asking yourself to act like someone you don't believe you are yet. So what do most people do? They prepare harder, better plans, stricter rules, more pressure. And when that fails, they blame themselves. But the missing piece was never effort. It was alignment. Real change starts quietly. Not with a massive routine, not with a dramatic promise, but with a small identity shift. Instead of saying, I'm trying to wake up early, you say, I'm becoming someone who respects my mornings. Instead of saying, I'm trying to study more, you say, I'm someone who shows up even when it's boring. This might sound small, but it changes everything. Because now, when you miss a day, you don't question your worth. You don't think, I failed. You think, that's not like me. Let's reset. Identity gives you a place to return to. Goals give you direction. Identity gives you stability. Here's the mistake most people make. They wait for identity to change after success. They think, once I achieve this goal, I'll become confident. Once I'm consistent, I'll see myself differently. But it works the other way around. You act your way into evidence, not motivation. You don't need to fully believe the new identity. You just need to borrow it for one small action. One day, one choice, one moment. Every small action is a vote for the person you're becoming. And here's the beautiful part. You don't need 100 votes. You just need more votes in one direction than the other. Miss a day? That's one vote against. Show up the next day? That's 2 votes for. And slowly, quietly, your self-image starts to shift. Not because you forced it, but because you proved it. This is why extreme changes don't last. They ask too much of an identity that isn't ready. But small, consistent actions feel believable, and believability is everything. If a habit feels out of character, your brain resists. If it feels like you, your brain protects it. That's the difference. So if you're stuck right now, if you keep restarting, if you feel like you're always preparing, ask yourself this: what kind of person am I trying to become? Not what do I want to achieve, who do I want to be? On my worst days, someone who keeps promises to themselves? Someone who resets instead of quits? Someone who shows up imperfectly? Start there. Then design habits that match that identity. Small ones, boring ones, repeatable ones. Because identity isn't built in big moments. It's built in quiet choices, when no one is watching. And one day, you'll look back and realize you didn't force change. You became it. So don't just prepare your goals, prepare the person who will carry them. Because when your identity is ready, your goals don't feel heavy anymore. They feel natural, and that's when change finally sticks. If this resonated with you, don't rush away. Just pause for a moment. Ask yourself who you're becoming, and what one small action today would support that identity. Not tomorrow, not someday. Today, because the life you want isn't built by pressure. It's built by alignment, and it starts quietly, right now.